So the research is pretty clear. So from 0 to 2, it is absolutely clear that children do the best one-on-one, and the childcare subsidy should be available for them. From 2 to 3, that is a very grey zone, and that is where parents should be still able to make their decision for their own children. I mean, really, like, definitely there is a benefit to preschool. We can see that in the research. But to suggest that a child in those early years is going to be worse off because the parents decide, no, we need to look after them, or it's better if they're with the grandparents, is just wrong. So yes, you get benefits from having a year or two before school, and certainly for some cohorts more than others. But I would just say, you know, the problem with this, with what Mark Butler is saying there, is that he is trying to take the responsibility for that early care away from parents, not just at 3 years old, but from the whole 0 to 2. That's the whole universal childcare. And I just want to give a plug to the ladies, by the way, who've been doing that campaign, because they are amazing. They're a bunch of Brisbane mums, and they have done this with 0 budget because they care about their children and about other people's children. They've got a petition with 18,500 signatures, which you can sign at forparents.com.au.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we need. Hey, very quickly before we get to the break, we can't call him Prince Andrew anymore.
No.
He's not Prince Andrew. He's
just Randy Andy.
The artist formerly known as Prince.
Exactly. But he's been kicked out of the Royal Lodge now. There's calls now to have fresh investigations into the allegations against him. But of course, Virginia Giuffre is not around anymore, so it makes all of this quite difficult. And I suppose the question is, obviously, it's a bad PR problem for the royal family, Kel, but he's not actually been proven to have done anything. So what responsibility is there for the royal family to do something about this?
Enormous if the monarchy is going to continue. And there was a really good piece by Jenna Clark in the Weekend Australian, and she argues if you look carefully at the news release from the palace, it was clearly drafted by William. He is driving this. He pushed Charles to do this. And what he's doing is he is protecting the firm for the 21st century. And if the police turn around and conduct an investigation and say, your Uncle Andrew has to go to jail, that will break Charles's heart. I think Charles doesn't want that. But William would be happy. He'd happy to be cut Andrew out and cauterise the wound. And if he's doing this with Andrew, Harry is next.
Yep.
He's going to lose all his titles, all his access to...
Well, I don't think it might be say what you like about Prince Harry. He's not an alleged sex offender.
No. But it is very frosty.
Meghan Markle's face.
I'm fully on board. I'll just 30 seconds.
Yeah, look, just really quickly, I think the important thing about this story is that what people object to is power and privilege being a protector against facing consequences.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is something we should be talking about more in all echelons of society, because it happens in politics as well, and I, for one, am sick of it.
Hear, hear.